Hello and welcome in this video for an exercise coming from the Mathematical Olympiad in Ukraine, and this exercise is this one. You want to solve x power 4 minus 7x cubed plus 14x squared minus 7x plus 1 equals to 0, and x should be a real number. So if you want to give a try, please pause the video. Otherwise, let's see the solution. If you've got an equation like this, several things to note. The first one is the coefficient next to x power 4. This is 1. Okay. Then, another thing to note is the sign. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay, you've got an alternate way of signs. And last thing to note is the last term plus 1. So if you remember how to expand a minus b power 4 thanks to Newton, this is equal to a power 4 minus 4a cubed b plus 6a squared b squared minus 4a b cubed plus b power 4. If you apply this rule to x minus 1 power 4, this is x power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 1. So if you write down the original equation, you can notice that we've got the first term in common and the last term. So we need to modify these terms in the middle. Let's do that. If you modify, minus 7x cubed becomes minus 4x cubed minus 3x cubed, plus 14x squared becomes 6x squared plus 8x squared, and minus 7x becomes minus 4x minus 3x. So now you can write down that this is x minus 1 power 4 minus 3x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3x equals to 0. Let's modify this. You've got 3 terms and 2 terms are multiples of 3x. So you can modify just a little bit this term in the middle, and 8x squared becomes 6x squared plus 2x squared. So now you end up with x minus 1 power 4, and with these 3 terms you can factorize by minus 3x, and this is x squared minus 2x plus 1 and plus x squared equals to 0. Between parentheses, you recognize when you expand a remarkable identity, so you end up with x minus 1 power 4 minus 3x times x minus 1 squared plus 2x squared equals to 0. So now, for example, we are going to set that x equals, capital X equals x minus 1 squared. If you plug, you end up with capital X squared minus 3x times capital X plus 2x squared equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and the variable is capital X. You can easily factorize. You end up with capital X minus 2x times x minus x equals to 0. So we are going to see these two cases. First one, this is capital X minus 2x equals to 0. So the value of capital X, this is x minus 1 squared. So you expand and you rearrange things to end up with a quadratic equation. X squared minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. So now you know that the roots are minus 4, this is 4, plus or minus square root of minus 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1 and divided by 2. Well, if you do the math, you end up with x equals to plus or minus square root of 3. So with this case, you've got two roots. Let's see the second case. When capital X minus x equals to 0. This is the same pattern. You know the value of capital X. This is x minus 1 squared minus x equals to 0. So you expand and you rearrange these terms. You end up with x squared minus 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Then, with this quadratic equation, you know that roots are x equals to minus negative 3, this is 3, plus or minus square root of negative 3 squared, this is 9, minus 4 times 1 divided by 2. When you do the math, this is x equals to 3 plus or minus square root of 5 over 2. So in this case, you've got 4 roots, which are 4 real numbers. X equals to 2 plus or minus square root of 3, and x equals to 3 plus or minus square root of 5 divided by 2. Thanks for watching this video. Don't hesitate to leave me a comment, and I see you in the next video.